There's nothing you can do. No, nothing you can do.
Are we ready? Alright, let's do it.
Alright, so how are you?
I'm good.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Having a good time in Amsterdam?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Just woke up about
Just woke up.
5 o'clock, 6 o'clock.
Okay. That's pretty late.
Yeah.
Did you have like a late night yesterday?
No, just I woke up on a wacky sleeping schedule. I woke up super late. I woke in the middle of the night last night, and so then I just went I scripted around over here, went to McDonald's, took a shower, walked around.
McDonald's.
Yeah.
Is that what you eat on tour?
Yeah. It's easy. That way, I call it my space disc because it's like astronaut food.
Yeah.
You know, a plain McDonald's hamburger, like you'll never get
How do you
sick.
stay healthy on tour?
Just eat plain McDonald's hamburger, Red Bull, whiskey, and then after show food is usually meatball hero or whatever is in town. Well, it's gonna be lamb tonight.
Yeah.
The lamb's too from the Milkweg.
Awesome. Yeah, they have great food here.
Oh,
I've
yeah.
eaten here a lot. It's pretty good. So today's Halloween.
Mm-hmm.
Are you a bit upset that you're not in America?
No, not really. I'd rather have Halloween in other places in the world. Because really, what am I doing if I'm at Halloween at home? I'm just the kids are coming to the door and ding dong and taking fucking candy. Fuck that.
Yeah.
I'd rather throw it at them here than have them take it from my house and have to buy it.
That's a good thing that you have the lollipops now, because now you
Now I
can
have
do
candy.
it.
Yeah, I can do the trick and the treat all at the same time.
Yeah. Oh, that's a good one. Okay. So, what's like the craziest outfit you've ever had with Halloween, or did you always dress up as yourself?
I always just sort of dressed up as myself. I think the only time we did anything funny that I thought was fun was Kitty dressed up as Peter Criss from Kiss.
Okay.
I don't remember if she told us, but it was one of those things where she was just drumming and I turned around and I was like, and it's Peter fucking Criss who dresses as a cat anyway, so it works perfect. So.
Alright, cool. So, what's the craziest thing you've ever experienced during Halloween?
Not much. I mean, the thing is weird is that when you're a little kid, you know, you go out, you do the Halloween, you learn about, okay, trick or treat. Then as you get to be a little older, you get into the whole, like, where you're not going to dress up. They get the teenage boy syndrome where you're like, I'm going to go around and fuck shit up, you know, and people like wear masks, and it's just a mask and your street clothes, and you go out egging people or doing fucked up stuff. Then you get back into it later because you get to go to highfalutin parties, and then it starts to sort of wane off, and then it kind of comes back a little bit when you finally kind of have a place of your own, because then people are knocking on your door and this little kid, you're like, oh, here, have this, but then it immediately turns because the little kids come at like 6. And then the teenage motherfuckers come at like 9, and they're just like, I feel good. And it's just like, how did I buy all this candy to these kids? Because they have this new technique now where they take, and I don't know if they do that here, but in America, like they take a backpack and they turn it around backward. They wear it backwards, like on the front, and they unzip it, and they just come. And when you put the candy out, they just go like that, and then it's like, thanks, and then they split. And I don't like that.
No.
So that's my Halloween experience, is the most part for my life.
Okay. Well,
I try not to do really fucked up stuff on national holidays because that's when everyone's looking for you to bust you. If you're out on Halloween and you're gonna like throw a brick through a window, there's gonna be a cop there, a cop there, a cop there, a cop there.
Yeah.
If you go out like March 23rd, no one's around, you know, you're gonna get away with it.
But are you gonna do something crazy on stage today?
I don't know. We'll see.
No?
I'll see how it feels. I mean, there's no barricade, so it could be fun. I always like a no barricade show. No barricade shows are always good.
Nice.
And hopefully they'll be dressed up because it's Halloween.
Yeah, I think when there's no barricades in the Melkweg, people usually just climb on stage and like go crazy.
Yeah, it's pretty tall. And they gotta be. And these kids are like
but
short.
They do. Oh,
They have to be
actually,
tall like you.
Dutch people are really tall.
I know.
Like
you.
Yeah, but I've seen you live before in Paradiso. You remember like the Amsterdam show?
Oh yeah, the other one across the street. Yeah.
That was really cool. But God, you're crazy on stage.
Well, those kids, they're right. Those kids did rock me. They got on stage. There was that crazy dude who I remember there was some crazy guy who was he was supposedly our security, and he was just this big Italian-looking dude who was standing off the stage doing nothing.
Yeah.
And then these kids had my pants, and they were pulling me into the audience and like breaking my legs, and we were like calling the guy, and he just came out, and it looked like it was like Goodfellas, and he just came out and started going like this to the kid. Like punching, we're like, what the hell is going on? Like, who invited someone's Italian dad on stage to be like security?
Holy shit.
Yeah, that was a weird show. It was a good show. It was crazy.
It was really cool. You were crazy as well.
I had fun at that show.
You were like licking people's hands and stuff.
I was there. What are you expecting to do?
What the fuck is he doing? You're like showing your ass.
You've never been to a real show, then obviously. I think that's your problem. You need to get out more.
I go to a lot of shows, but actually that was one of the craziest shows I've ever seen.
It's fun. That's what it is. It's a stage. You know, like most people go out there and they just sit out there and they play the music, man, and the lights move around and all that. It's like you're out there on a stage and you can get away with murder. It's like you might as well see how much you can get away with while you're out there,
You can't
because
get away with murder.
you pretty much get away with a lot. I've gotten away with a lot of shit.
Yeah?
A lot.
Like what?
Yeah,
What's the craziest thing you got away with?
I can't tell you, because if I did, then I'll probably go to jail.
Really?
Yeah, I don't want to talk about stuff
I've heard
I may or
stories
may have
like
not
that.
gotten away with.
Really?
But yeah, no, but I'm just, in general, like, you can do a lot out there. People don't ever do anything. Like, I mean, there are some people who are high energy, and there are some people who, they're not supposed to be high energy. Like, I don't expect to go to see Roger Waters and Pink Floyd and have him jump around and be insane. I expect to see some of the very, like, almost like a play, you know, with moving parts. And if you got a lot of money and you're, you know, Britney Spears and things are moving and Katy Perry and things are dropping, okay, fine. You've got a lot of money, that's great. And if it's a real punk rock show and it's really tight and it's small, and okay, fine, that's fine. But then pretty much everybody else in between just sort of stand there.
Yeah.
Heads are down.
It's boring.
Alright, this song is about. I don't give a fuck what the song is about. Do something.
It's about performance.
Well, it's about entertainment. We're less musicians and more entertainment. I know. I'd rather be compared to Fred Astaire or Sammy Davis Jr. than fucking any kind of musician.
Do you think that you're yourself on stage, or do you think you become like another person?
I think I'm myself to a point. I think it's kind of like, you know, it's not what I am every day. I mean, when I'm at home, I'm not like doing backflips and licking people's hands, you know. It's more how I am as an extrovert.
Okay, so it's like part of yourself that comes out on stage.
Yes, which I think is fine. Is the same with everybody. I think there's a lot of people who do. I mean, look at kids now. I mean, there's a lot of shit that I think kids do that they wouldn't necessarily do because they think they're going to be famous if they post it on YouTube, like backflips off of, you know, their fucking roofs into tin cans on fire and like taking skateboards and trying to jump through traffic and all that stuff just to get one shot so that maybe they'll get like 10,000 hits on YouTube.
Yeah.
So everybody wants to be famous and they're willing to take those chances. So it's that, I think that exists in everybody. I think everybody's willing to do that kind of weird shit.
So you want to be famous?
No, I'm fine where I am. I don't need to be any more famous. The money I like. Money's great. Fortune's fantastic.
Really? Because like a lot of people say that like if you're in a band, it doesn't make money at all.
It's not very. It doesn't make a lot of money. I'm saying, well, I like money, and I'll take money when it does come. There's not a lot there, but I'm saying like I don't give a shit about the fame. Like, you know, fame is fun. Fame's fun when you're like 20 or like 15. You know what I mean? You're just like,
but you're a lot older than most musicians in your scene.
Yeah,
right?
I'm very old.
But I didn't expect that. I just read it on your Wikipedia and I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
But you seem like just as young, it's like in your 20s, like.
I'm not gonna flaunt. I mean, that's just the way I can.
How do you do that?
I'm
what
telling
keeps you young?
McDonald's every day, whiskey, Red Bull, sleep all day. I think is probably also the number one thing. I sleep a lot. I sleep a fuck of a lot.
Okay.
Basically, do the show, sign all the kids. We go back to the bus, all drunk. We eat, and then I pass out watching a movie or something.
You never party?
That's my part. This is my party.
This is your party.
This is my party. This is fun. Why do I need to have like a I'm saying because most of those parties, like, you know what's gross about those things is most of those parties, like when a rock star parties, like, and you see them come out and they do the whole thing and it's a fireworks, but their real party is like, you know, like take a shot of this. Like, this is what their real party is. It's like this kind of stuff, and then some dude back here being like, hey man, you want something? You know, like, that's not fun. That's kind of scummy. Yeah. You know, it's cool to watch in a movie. Like, I'll watch a movie of Iggy Pop doing that in 1970, but like, I don't want to do that shit.
You're not like that.
No, that's boring. I'd rather have something. I'll see the spectacle, and then like we'll have fun, and we'll talk to everybody, and we'll touch everybody, and we'll get around, and then we're back to the bus.
So when you're talking about prescription, is that just about McDonald's then?
No, it's about formula. Any formula that you can make whatever it is, if it that gets you through. You definitely need something. Like, I need something before the show. I don't know what the hell it's going to be, but it could be a Reese's peanut butter cup.
Okay.
It could be a bottle of whiskey. You're not sure. Whatever's going to get you through that show. Is
it's different for every show.
And I think it's different for every person. I think a lot of most rock stars and most people in bands have to do something to make it worthwhile. I mean, to make it, to get you up to go out there. I think anybody who isn't doing that is full of shit. I think anybody, even if they're replacing it with God or like health food or lifting weights, there's always somebody. I mean, I remember we would go out with some of these big like hardcore bands, and their whole thing was like weights. Like, they would have all these weights out, and so all day they'd just be like pumping weights with each other. And I was like, what the fuck are these guys doing? But it's what I don't know. It's like it's there. It becomes their thing. You replace one thing with another. It's one addiction for another. So it's kind of weird.